as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes up. To the 25-yard line. This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Now
throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Patriot! Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. It's still a nice play by the defense.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now let's go.
Now back to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Looking to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Watch him now, Barney!
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. The toss out to Barkley. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Barkley. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll run with Barkley. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of 32 that time.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. He'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down. Right at the 20. Now out come the Giants. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
"13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A handoff to Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult.
Right,
third and goal.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Right back to him on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And they'll go on the ground. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And on the ground they go with a running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run it again with Kamara. And an alley to run. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hurry up!
Back to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there, 54 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
Now back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Tremendous play right there by Eli Apple, sealing the game with that interception for his team. I bet that'll make his mom, Annie, really happy.
Absolutely making Annie proud. He was born in Philadelphia. Tough kid from the city of brotherly love, and a tough play there to seal it. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set. Blue, line it.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. McKinnon here, it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll drop to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Detroit! Detroit!
A give. This is Kamara. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Saints, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.